if you are taking up trekking, if you're going to places which involves hikes or small hike or steep inclination or climb to small hills or 3 4 days trekking, I think fitness becomes an important factor there. If you're not fit, you're not I mean, it becomes a problem for yourself, it becomes problem with whom you're traveling. It could be your family, your friends, or the travel partner, yeah, or organization with whom you're traveling. So I think that has to be taken into consideration. Going to destinations which doesn't test your endurance and strength, it's okay, it's fine. But if you are taking up trekking and everything, then be little mindful of your fitness. Start going for runs or walks, and sort of then plan your trips. So I'll tell you my experience. So first trek that I planned to Kedarkant, I said it was at the spur of a moment. So and before that we were working in corporate world. So really I never got so much of time to focus on my health fitness. Apart from doing my household course, which sort of is my fitness regime, I was really never into gym and things like that. So I was not prepared for that trek, and during that trek, I was grabbed by acute mountain sickness. And just before the last day, I mean, to the summit, trek to the summit, I had chest pain the previous night, and during the summit day, I was hit by AMS and I could not climb. I mean, I did, even then I did, but it was a very difficult day. I mean, to trek to the summit and then descend back. So it can be fatal as well. So I think fitness is one of the challenge. Another challenge could be that there are a lot of tourist scams. So be aware of that. You can be robbed in many countries. You can be robbed. So I was traveling to Belgium, and I just landed at the bus station, and went on to munch something like, I think, burger or something. And this couple comes towards me and they just try to talk to me or ask me something as generally people would do. And then I get robbed of my handbag. Luckily, I had kept my visa, like passport and whatever cards and everything in the laptop bag. But even that handbag had a lot of stuff, my makeup things and little bit cash and everything, which was quite almost 15, 20,000 rupees. So you get robbed as well. So that is also you. So you need to be aware of what is going on. You need to be alert at all times. So that is one challenge. Another challenge could be uncertainty. So travel is not all about rainbow and sunshine all the time. It never goes as planned. So you need to be ready for uncertainty. It could be natural calamities. It could be weather conditions. So if you're traveling a trip now in monsoons, it could rain anytime. You can't have an itinerary ready. You will have an itinerary ready, but then what if it is raining the whole day? Your travel plans will go haywire and then you'll be disappointed. So that is one thing. And then let's say you're trekking to mountains, there could be landslides, there could be avalanche, weather conditions could go bad and you can't step out. So when I was traveling to Kashmir, so I spent 3 days at Dal Lake, and then I wanted to go to Gurez Valley, and there was curfew. I think two Chennai tourists were shot at that point of time when I was in Kashmir. And then following 3 days, 3 consecutive days was some curfew, so I could not visit. and I had to cancel my air tickets and everything because flights were not uh, there and they were cancelled and things like that. So there are a lot of uncertainty that will happen in the travel plan. So you don't have to be disappointed or demotivated. I think that's part of the journey, right? So that is one challenge. And then also maybe budget could be a challenge for a lot of travelers. So for them, I would suggest that uh, don't get sort of engulfed by what you see on the social media. A lot of people might be traveling to Bali, Vietnam, Europe, US, or anywhere. But I think don't get mocked down by that. Just wherever possibility you get, travel. It could be nearby to your city, it could be nearby to your village, or it could be anywhere nearby. I think traveling is important. Destination doesn't really matter so much. I think the journey you make to such destinations is what matters the most. So yeah, I think there are few challenges, but they are definitely they can be overcome if you are mindful of that. Yes.
All right, lots of challenges. So, so how travel has changed you as a person, or how it has changed your perspective, your understanding of the world around you?
This is a very interesting question. I think travel has sort of explored, travel has sort of given me an opportunity to self discover myself. Uh, I think in lot of ways. I think travel is a crash course in itself. I think initially I would to think that I'm an introvert, but then uh, it did change me, and I could strike conversations with new people, whether be it old people or young generation, the millennials, or with our generation with different backgrounds, with the different from different places, different cultures. So it has shaped me up very differently. Uh, One striking trait that I have inculcated or imbibed is to be less judgmental, because it has given me, uh, it has widened my horizons, and it has given me a platform to view different cultures, people with different mindsets, different ideas, different perspectives, So I've become more accepting of people, their situations, their dark sides, their positive sides, and still be accepting of them. Uh, so I think there is nothing good or bad. I think with travel, I've realized as to there is nothing right or wrong. I think the situations, shape up your decisions. And a lot of people do a lot of things maybe because the situations are like that. So I think I've become more compassionate, more empathetic, more mindful of how I view people, and very accepting of any community, like, and any person with any sort of background. I think that's why a lot of people they place a lot of trust in me and they open up. They could be strangers, but they come up, they share a lot of things. I think travel, and how it sort of shapes you up. No, Abhi, you actually can't quantify that. You know, it sort of develops in you. So a lot of people do come and share, their experiences, their dark sides, or their problems, or anything, their secrets, their stories. And I think that only enriches our views about life. And yes, definitely, I think I have started looking at humans or animals, nature, with more empathy, with more kindness and humility. I think it has taught me to be a good human being. Yes, so that is the crux, I would say.
Okay. So in the past years, there
Mhm.
has there has been an awareness, rising awareness about sustainable traveling or eco-friendly traveling. And
Yes.
since you care about the nature, what's your take on
Right.
that? What do you think is happening? Is it really on the rise, or is just a thing that is being made?
Okay. Um, in reality, actually, not many tourists or travelers are very self-aware of, sustainable travel and how it impacts the environment or the mother earth or nature. Uh, it's very like hard to see it. It pains me a lot to see a lot of beautiful destinations in India being littered by plastic or by bottles and not being maintained well, right? So I think, yeah, slowly now there are few travelers who are talking about sustainable travel and few organizations, but I think it has a long, long way to go. I think people have to be more sensitive towards what impacts climate, what impacts the uh, nature, and how they can travel sustainably, and their how to make travel choices sustainably. So, for example, if I have to say, a lot of people travel to Kedarnath every year. But now, if you see the donkeys or the horses are being treated very badly, right? Because you have to go on horse. You have to take a horse ride to go up to the Kedarnath, and they are not fed properly, uh, and they are treated very badly. They are not taken care of. So in that case, as a traveler, better not travel, because you are taking participation in abuse of those animals, right? uh, so if you can't trek to mountains, and if you're putting burden on those animals, then don't trek. So that is a mindful travel. And if you are going to some destinations, any destination for that matter, always carry back your plastic, whatever chips packets or water bottles or anything. Bring that back to home or hotel and dispose of properly, so that it doesn't you're not littering the place, you're not adding to the landfills, and you're not spoiling the beauty of those destinations. I think that awareness has to develop a lot. Yes, there have been some noise about it, but I think it has a long way to go. And few properties are coming up, few hotels and resorts are coming up which are sustainable, uh, and they are employing techniques to minimize the use of plastics and things like that. But yes, it is also the choice of a traveler as to how he wants to respond. So recently I visited Goa, and I opted for a sustainable resort wherein they have built the whole resort with the natural and eco-friendly materials, which is like bamboo or different sort of recycled materials. They don't use plastic bottles; they use glass bottles, and then they have wooden toothbrushes or tongue cleaner and everything like made of eco-friendly materials. They have solar harvesting system. They have sort of this waste management in the property itself. So opt for such properties, and wherever you go, instead of expecting other people to take care of things, the authorities, or the tourism boards, why don't you as a traveler make intelligent choices which doesn't impact the climate, or which it doesn't impact the animals, involves animal abuse, and yes, contribute towards the society. I think that traveling sustainably will help, will obviously put India on a global map, and the growth will be much faster. Tourism front, yes.
All right, Divya, that was a pretty long chat that we have had. Just one last question for you. What would be your suggestion for somebody who wants to take up travel as a hobby in 2023?
Okay. I think travel to be transformed. Travel should be a way of life. I think uh, it shouldn't be taken, I think it shouldn't even be considered as a hobby. It should be a way of life. And don't travel for the sake of traveling. Immerse yourself in new experiences. Connect to local people, connect to local culture, try out new delicacies, uh, talk to the villagers, or explore, and I think you'll embark on a journey, and be open to interact with the new people, develop deeper connections, and I think it's a very fulfilling uh, learning experience. It teaches you a lot of things. It sort of you will embark on a journey of self discovery. Like, I didn't know that I could even get into photography, but as I embarked on travel, I knew that my way of looking at nature, or different things, the way I appreciate the beauty in everything else is quite different. And that is how I picked up photography. I started talking to people. So then I realized that I'm neither introvert nor extrovert, and I'm ambivert. So ambivert is a person who can be introvert at times and will have traits of an extrovert as well. So I'm an ambivert personality. At times I can be in my shell, but at times I can just open up and enjoy with new people, and develop new friendships, and definitely it teaches you a lot about how to face you know challenges, and it develops new confidence in you. You explore new landscapes, you appreciate different natural heritage and things like that. So I think it's a very enriching journey, and it'll teach you a lot what four walls will never teach you. So I think it should be a way of life, as I said earlier as well, that don't think that you have to go to particular destination. It is more about the journey. So pick up any destination which is near to you, even if you have less budget, according to your budget. Plan any small trek, 1 day trek, 1 day trip, 2 days trip, 3 days, whatever. But travel, I think it will widen your horizons, it will give you new experiences and enrich your personality. And yes, I think all the best to all the people who want to travel. Uh, Take up this journey, and without any second thought, just go for that trip. Don't think too much. Just plan right now and just embark on that journey.
All right. Divya, you have been a great guest on this show, and it was lovely talking to you. So, on behalf of people watching this video right now, I would like to extend my best wishes to you and your family. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abhi, for this wonderful opportunity where I could share my, experiences in whatever best way I could, and I hope this chat inspires a lot of people to take up traveling in a more healthier way and in a more mindful way, and it sort of enriches their life and everybody's life. So thank you so much.